Minnesota Fighting Vikings general manager Rick Spielman loves him some day 3 picks, especially 7th round picks. So much so that he'll even nix a trade just so he can save and savor one of his precious 7th rounders. Oh, he's got his 7th rounder and he pets it and massages it. Oh, you're a naughty 7th rounder. So why not, as the Vikings are scaling down and figuring out who's going to be on the 53-man rooster as well as practice squad down from 80, is peruse your wares a little bit to some other maybe less fortunate, maybe less talent laden teams around the league and try and pick up a couple of late round picks, maybe even a 6th. Well, there you go. So here are the top 3 Vikings who should be traded and are not named Riley Reiff and Pat Elflein. Well, we've already said our piece. Riley Reiff, Desmond King, Pat Elflein somewhere. I mean, you should be able to sell the Remington Trophy winner and a 3-year starter somewhere, but nah. So a couple parameters here. So no quarterbacks. You're going to need as many of them as possible, even if one of them is Nate Stanley. No offensive linemen because you actually don't even know who's going to be good. So just like, hang on. All right, so also no Reiff and no Elflein. As well as no cornerbacks because you're going to need them. You're going to need them all. All right, so here are the 3 Vikings should be traded right now. Number 1, Amir Abdullah. Now, we talked about this last week after the Chiefs running back Damon Williams opted out, that the Chiefs should welcome back Ameer Abdullah, right? So Kansas City, Missouri, still pretty heavy Cornhusker territory. Amir Abdullah, 27 years old, 2015 second-round pick out of the University of Nebraska. 1,366 career rushing yards. Didn't work out with the Lions. Has come to the Vikings, basically been a receiving option as well as a special teams guy, returning some kicks. And the Vikings are pretty stacked at running back. They got Dalvin Cook, the superstar. The extension is going to happen this week. I can feel it, as well as 3rd-round pick Alexander Madison, plus the marvelous Mike Boone doing big things as running back 3. So, yes, even if you factor in the health of Dalvin and to a degree Madison, maybe it does make sense the Vikings should hang on to Abdullah as a 4th running back. But, I mean, frankly, if a running back needy team, and there are going to be injuries around the league, even without preseason games. There's going to be some live reps. A couple running backs will go down this preseason, or not preseason, but training camp as it extends out to 6 weeks. So some teams, beep, bop, 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 boop. Hey, we need Amir Abdullah. We'll give you a 6th-round pick. I mean, I think Spielman should certainly consider it, as well as bring back Tony Brooks-James, who they just released in a roster move to get back down to 80, because I think Brooks-James is a great younger version of Amir Abdullah and thrive in the outside zone scheme, even though I like Abdullah getting a little bit longer in the tooth, as well as you could definitely freshen up, get some draft assets, and then get younger at the position as well. Next up, of the 3 Vikings who need to be traded right now, Jalyn Holmes. So I've wanted Jalyn Holmes to work out for so many years now. It hasn't worked out. So 2018 4th-round pick coming out of the Ohio State University, was originally a defensive end, and then they kicked him in a 3-tech, and then you just don't really know. He's only played in 11 career games, 7 career tackles, and 1 sack. Now, maybe he springs up in year 3, a la what Jaleel Johnson did, the 2017 4th-round pick out of Iowa. Maybe do what he did last season, have a nice little junior year, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, man, because that defensive line room is extremely crowded. You got Afadi, you got DJ Wanham, you got Lynch, you got Hercules, you got Stephen, you got Jaleel. That's even without Michael Pierce and PJ Hall, right? As well. Oh, Anthony Zettle's in the mix as well. Also, I don't think they still... I still don't think that they know exactly where they want to play him. Like, is he a 3-tech? Is he a defensive end? Is he a Leo if they go to a 4-3 under? I don't think they know. And at a certain point, they just run out of roster spots, because I don't see the Vikings necessarily hanging on to 10 defensive linemen again this year like they did last season. So if Jalyn Holmes is going to be projected to be on your practice squad and subject to the waiver wire, a team's probably going to snipe him up because they're going to look around and say, hey, we could potentially salvage this guy. The Vikings didn't get enough of his potential. Andre Patterson, what does he know about defensive linemen? Shoot. So peruse. I mean, like I said, 6th, 7th-round pick, better than nothing of a guy that you potentially were going to stash on the practice squad anyway. Lastly, of the top 3 Vikings who need to be traded right now, Chadwick Jerome Beebe. That's right. 2018 UDFA coming out in Northern Illinois. 6 career catches for 109 yards. Now, the big knock on Beebe is you just can't stay healthy. He just can't. And also, he operates from the slot on a team with 17 different slot receivers, so good luck with that, as well as he plays a little bit of special teams. But I find it extremely difficult for Chad Beebe to make the roster. I just don't see it. I mean, there's a chance that the Vikings only carry 4 wide receivers. He obviously isn't going to be among them, as well as, all right, so you got Thielen, you got Jefferson, you got BC, you got Tajay. That's 4. KJ Osborne's probably a lock to make the roster. He's 5, although the Vikings have cut 5th-round wide receivers before. Look at Rodney from Southern USF. Doesn't matter. Rodney Adams. Nailed it. All right, so I think that Chad Beebe probably is a long shot to make the roster. Maybe they keep him around on the practice squad, but I think that there would be some teams out there that would be intrigued, that would be interested, who probably need some help in the slot. Maybe they're a team which would be so crazy that they have primarily outside receivers. It's just odd, right? And then they're like, all right, if he can stay healthy, he's shown enough. Zimmer's talked him up. He's like, no one can cover him in practice. Maybe that's an indictment more on your cornerback, Zim, but whatever. But I'm not a big fan of trading in division, but if you wanted to trade Chad Beebe to the Packers for a 6th-round pick, I would thank them. I would take it. All right. Or the Bills or the Panthers. You go full on, Father Don Beebe's route, because he was a member of those 3 teams. So there you go. But if you can get something for him, even though you're probably going to cut him anyway, I think a team would probably scoop him up off of waivers, or he'll go to another practice squad where he thinks he has better opportunity. Get something. Just get something for it. All right, so that's it. Those are our top 3 Vikings who need to be traded right now. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. If you want to support that work, pull us up in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.